As we've admitted, there is a pressure in South Africa because there's a competition for resources. And some of the people are using the pressure because of poverty, unemployment. They are starting to destabilize our country, starting to cause a conflict and the tensions amongst Africans.
Recently, South Africa has seen the rise of anti-immigrant groups calling for the removal of foreign nationals, migrants and refugees from the country. These groups emerge against the backdrop of the deterioration of the quality of life of South Africans with growing levels of unemployment and poverty, to name a few. The ANC is heading to its 55th elective conference, where it aims to adopt one migration policy framework for the country to meet new challenges locally and globally. Some of the proposed resolutions to this policy will make it difficult for foreign nationals to become citizens. In addition, it will lead to tightening of the Immigration Act to contain fewer visa categories, as well as ridding the country of spousal and relative visas. Communities will also be called on to report undocumented persons. But what does it mean for the migrants, foreign nationals and refugees living or planning to live in South Africa?
It just means that there's going to be an increase in repression against foreign nationals. So you've made it now almost impossible for people to get documentation.
In addition, the proposed policy has been described as unconstitutional.
Of all of this, it's unconstitutional. It will never be able to come into being for one day. It'll be challenged in court because it totally goes against all the provisions in our Constitution.
Furthermore, activists submit that the belief that the mass exodus of foreign nationals, migrants and refugees would rid South Africa of its systemic social challenges is factually incorrect. A group of activists who have interest in this policy, including Sonke Gender Justice, have written to the governing party.
We certainly have concerns around the proposed ANC immigration policy. The policy seeks to overhaul the three core migration legislation, this being the Refugees Act, the Immigration Act, and the Citizenship Act. And our issue comes from what is the mind behind the need for this overhaul, like what is informing the need for the overhaul.
The ANC's conference kicks off on Friday. Kani Mapanga, SABC News, Johannesburg.